I find that modern female rap borrow a lot of the wrong things from Lil Kim. And when I say that, I'm just referring to what she's known for. I asked my mom at some point, like, what are the first 3 things that she thinks about when she hears Lil Kim? Like, just her name. And she told me, nasty and sex. And I'm like, okay. Mind you, my mom's a Lil Kim fan, right? That's how I got onto Lil Kim, because she had her CDs around the crib growing up. But I thought that was interesting. And I wanted to ask her that because, you know, that's her generation. And I just wanted to see, like, if that's, like, real. Because, of course, I understood, of course, like everyone else, that Lil Kim is known to be a sexual figure. She's known to be a sex symbol. But to me, it's so easy to see past all of that and see everything else that she has contributed with her, just her overall influence of being in the industry. When it comes to fashion, when it comes to a woman being on some gangster type shit in their music, all of that derives from Lil Kim. With all of that at play, when it comes to the modern female rap, they're just going with the flow of what they believe Lil Kim is primarily known for, which is talking about sex, being nasty. From my point of view, as someone who grew up looking back on these moments, because I was a baby, where some of the times when Lil Kim was on and popping, I wasn't even alive yet. You feel me? So for someone like me that wasn't there in the moment to see certain things go on, to me it's easy to see that she wasn't just on that. Like, to me it seems like her most sexual moments were from, of course, her first album, Hardcore, and then also outside of that, just her having different attire on for certain photo shoots, or maybe lack thereof in terms of that attire. And so she's known for, like, selling sex in that regard. If we look at today's generation of female rappers, obviously we all know she paved the way, but they're not giving her credit for not just talking about the sex all crazy, but being violent and aggressive. A lot of people these days leave Lil Kim out the conversation, and I don't understand why. I don't get why. Lil Kim is one of the few women I saw in hip-hop growing up as a kid. So I always valued her existence because I'm like, oh, she that girl. You feel me? And that was also part of her brand that has sticked with all these other female rappers that are in this type of field of new Lil Kims, okay? That's what I like to call them. But I don't even want to call them that, because Lil Kim is so much better than a lot of these girls, because these girls lack substance outside of, I'm that girl, fuck me, give me money. You feel me? Because that's the energy most of these girls have on a lot of their music. And when I say these girls, for the most part, I'm referring to a lot of regional unsigned artists that are trying to become mainstream. And I'm also speaking of a handful of the mainstream artists, female rap artists that exist as well, that this is their whole MO, which is fine, it works, and it's definitely a place for it. But we're used to seeing one queen bee when it comes to female rap. And as of right now, it's good that we have a plethora, and there's not, as far as I'm concerned, there's not one queen bee. Like, Nicki is not reigning at the moment, not on top. They're kind of like half of the fans aren't respecting her at the moment. And then you got Cardi B, and half the fans are just feeling bad for her at the moment. And outside of that, like, they're just popular at this point. They're not on top. Like, neither one of them, in terms of just attention right now, is over Lotto, is over Glorilla, over Sexy Red, and same for Sexy Red. Sexy Red's not over Ice Spice. Ice Spice not over Lotto. Lotto not over Sexy Red. And that's beautiful, you feel me, for them to all be able to simultaneously be, even though they're all kind of the same type of rapper. It'd be different if because like back in the day, right, when Lil Kim was out, she collaborated with Missy Elliott a lot. Missy Elliott, for the most part, as far as I'm concerned, I look at Missy more so as an R&B singer than a rapper. And yeah, she does have rap songs, but she has way more R&B music than rap music, I believe. However, she collaborated with artists like her. When Angie Martinez was rapping, she collabed with her. But outside of whoever Lil Kim collabed with, just in the 90s overall, there was different types of female rappers on equal playing field. You had your Lil Kims and your Foxy Browns, and then later your Trinas and all that. You had that bracket of women that were, you know, I'm that girl, men want me, I want money, you know, fuck you bitches, y'all be hating, da 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 da. We had that. Cool, beautiful, we need that, right? And then you also had your more, we just with the bars. I'm MC Light, I'm Roxanne Shantae. That's like early on, even before Kim and all of them. But you had them, and then you had your Queen Latifahs and shit. And then you had your Eves in the early 2000s. You just had different types of women that would have a different brand. All of these girls right now, and obviously not all, but majority of female rappers that people are aware of, that people give their attention to, or other female rappers that are trying to become equal level as some of the other people that I named, they all have the same brand. They all are saying the same things. They all aren't giving anything additional to the story. There is no story. And that's part of the reason why I don't believe these women even pay homage to Lil Kim. I don't even feel like most of these female rappers know that, yo, me being on some aggressive type time as a female rapper, this derived from Lil Kim. They don't even give a fuck. You feel me? So many men pay homage and share, yo, I was influenced by these rappers and so on and so forth. And, you know, you can hear it. But, and a lot of these female rappers have paid homage to Lil Kim. All the mainstream ones for sure have. But I'm just talking about the girl from around the way that got a team behind her, that's pushing her Instagram content out every week, and she's just on this same type time, and she's just a cute girl that likes rapping aggressively about dick and money. Like, it's very interesting that none of these, there's so many women doing that same thing, and most of them aren't thinking, oh, people don't really respect this but so much. Let me do something a little different. Let me add a little seasoning with my shit that's different from the next girl, you know? But a bitch just think, oh, if I put a septum piercing, I'm different. Or if I dress like a punk rocker or something. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just, I don't know, saying things that people typically do when they think they different. Or trying to be different, you know? And it still don't work. And so it's very interesting to me that this is an ongoing phenomenon, and that everyone on top of that is leaving Lil Kim's name out the conversation. We're talking about the influence of female rappers. We talk about female rappers a lot in the media when it comes to this rap shit, whether it's for good or bad. I feel as though she just did a lot in terms of her overall influence that she doesn't get really any respect from. It's like Nicki gets her respect in a certain regard with that, and that's cool. But if you think about it, most of these girls not even really influenced by Nicki. Nicki came up being, of course, a rapper initially, but she'll even tell you herself, like, she was more so a pop star. And so because she was more so a pop star, she was not on no real gritty gangster type shit in her songs. She ain't started doing that until recently, because that was the thing now. So now she's allowing us to hear that side of her. But for the most of her career, she wasn't on that. She might have had some lines that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my gangsters to shoot you with some shit like that. But it's not about to be that whole energy for the song. Like I said, now she got shit like that. But most of her career, she was not doing that until other girls started doing that. And at the end of the day, that came from Kim. If you want to talk about someone mainstream with the most influence, that came from Kim, hands down, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't like that we leave her out the conversation. As far as I know, she was also, I don't know if Nick Cannon still managed her, but I was aware that Nick Cannon was her manager, and that she also had a project that was produced by Tory Lanez. And it was supposed to come out maybe like 5 years ago or so. Never came out. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, they not letting Kim's name and music out in the world. Everything that we do see about her is usually something that's like making fun of her in some regard. So it's just like, I'm like, dang, like, why? I feel like we should give Lil Kim her credit, because whether you like it or not, she's like very impactful. All I see is Lil Kim. You feel me? Like, all we see is everyone wants to be Lil Kim, but they don't want to be Lil Kim. They want to be a bad Lil Kim. Lil Kim has star power. A lot of these women don't have that. And they got to keep in mind too, like, if you a woman and you repping on some aggressive type time, a woman, let me tell y'all this, if y'all ain't peep, right? A lot of women, their humor, if they are like, you know, a humorous, funny type of girl, sometimes you may often find women joke about like sexual jokes and stuff, and like penises and stuff like that, and just saying raunchy, out of pocket type things that you wouldn't expect a lady to say, you know. Or she might curse a lot, and she thinks her being like cursing a lot, acting a little aggressive with it is funny. Like, these things, a lot of women find these things funny because we know subconsciously, even if we like from a certain environment that normalizes that type shit, we still understand like, yo, I don't need to be talking like this. I'm on some like manly type shit. Oh, a woman's not supposed to say these things, so I think it's funny. A lot of women still think there's a lot of shock value in them saying crazy, nasty things, even though if you're scrolling and let's say you on Instagram, right, and you're looking for female rappers, and you just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you just looking at each one back to back to back, they're all thinking, yo, if I say this crazy, sexual, aggressive, curse word bar, or not even a bar, a line, because they don't be bars. Most of them don't have bars. They just saying shit, which is fine, but can we see something different? Lil Kim also did a lot of storytelling. That's why I like Cash Style, because at least her team felt like it was necessary enough to give her some stories to tell with her projects. And a lot of people simply just reduce Lil Kim down to her sexuality. Like I was saying before, a lot of people, when they think of Lil Kim, they think of sex. But the media made that more of a thing, more of a headline, than when you actually pay attention to her career. It was way more than just that. You feel me? Like, completely way more. And it was like, nowadays, I feel like you can break down a lot of these female rappers to say, oh, what's she known for? Oh, sex. But we're not even doing that with these girls. Most of these women that's out here aren't looking at these other female rappers like they're known for sex, because they're all doing it. So because they're all doing it, most people that's seeing them aren't knowing them for that. They think, oh yeah, they into that, but they're like, well, everybody on it. You feel me? From their perspective, everybody's on it. There's not real shock value. It's just girls supporting other girls that's doing it, and thirsty men, you know, supporting it because they feel like they should. And everyone else just supporting because everyone else is supporting. And everyone else that doesn't support, if they say they don't support, they're considered a hater. And I feel like that shouldn't be. I just feel like we need, if we're gonna allow Lil Kim to be an influence and be impactful, I feel like we should take more tips from her. We should incorporate storytelling. It shouldn't just be sexual content and aggression. There's so many female, look, it'd be crazy too, because the girls be doubling down on it. And it's like for example, right? If you have if you a female rapper and you got a rap song, and let's say the bar is real sexual, right? And let's say, not all of them, but let's say the majority of the bars is like on that. And let's say you do a music video, and then your music video, now you half naked in the music video, you twerking and gyrating, you got other bitches in the background twerking and all of that. Do y'all not realize that's not really about to sell? Like, yeah, it sells, right? It's I look at it akin to drill rap. You feel me? A lot of people understand now because, you know, people are kind of, I guess, over it, you can say, of the drill rappers. A lot of them got indicted nationwide, wherever city you was in, that had, you know, that situation popping off. Niggas died. And now people are like, drill rap is dying. And yeah, and it never was a thing because labels not about to blatantly sign you when you blatantly have real active beef and there's real shootouts and they see it all. Everything is documented, you know? So they're not about to do that. The thing is with the female rappers, they're allowing that to happen because I ain't about to get into all that, but just know it's a deeper reason for it, okay? But at the same time, all the women that are trying to get to a mainstream status with that type of sound, with that type of content, they're gonna have a hard time. It's a lot of y'all. I want to see more Armani Caesars. I want to see more Shea Noirs. I want to see more Noles. I want to see more Rocky Bags. I want to see more Stunner Girls. I want to see more JTs. We don't always have to be the bad girl 100%. Like, you don't have to, you feel me? Now, if you live that life, you live that life. But the thing is, a lot of these girls don't be living that life, and then they just become a whore to get on because that's what their music on. And like, you feel me? Like, people be bad. They say they bad, and then they start playing the bad role. And it's like, what are you doing? What you doing? Girl, pull your fucking skirt down. Like, what are you doing? Lil Kim wouldn't have done that. Lil Kim knows that's tacky. It's the difference between being sexy and then sexy with some tacky attached to it. And y'all just be doing tacky shit. And I be like, where is y'all mothers? Like, y'all moms ain't tell y'all that? Or is y'all mom on that same type time? You feel me? The issue is there are too many artists drawing from Lil Kim's blueprint. Not the right pieces of her blueprint. We need more elements of that. Of Lil Kim's blueprint. We're just taking two, and it's not serving anyone. It's not serving you. It's not serving them. It's not serving me. Okay? Like I said, there's a space for it. But the amount of people doing the same thing. Nah, man. Y'all don't like when the men do it. Y'all cut the men up for doing it. Niggas always saying, oh, all these niggas sound the same. All these niggas doing auto-tune. All these niggas doing this. All these niggas doing that. What about the bitches? You feel me? Just cause, like, it's women. Like, I have to say this because I'm a woman. Because y'all niggas probably go get cut up for it. I'm probably gonna get cut up for it. I'm used to it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's whatever. Take it on the chest. Like, I'll be honest. Like, the type of artists I'm referring to, they're not heavy in my rotation. It's not saying I don't listen to them, because it's definitely songs from a lot of artists that make this type of sound that I will listen to time to time. It's not because I think they're untalented. It's just simply the subject matter does not connect with my being. You feel me? And the crazy part is, I see what some of these mindsets look like in real life. Like how once they leave the music, how that mindset shows up on a woman in real life. It's not always something I want to celebrate personally. I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like we need to highlight Lil Kim's impact, whether it's good or bad. But overall, I'm going to say it's good because they ain't have to choose the types of pieces of Lil Kim that they wanted to utilize. They could have utilized something else, but they didn't want to utilize the glamour life. They didn't want to be a girly girl and really try to have bars and storytelling and be on some lover girl shit too. They ain't want to do all that. They just like, nah. They try to be on some female Tupac shit. And Tupac wasn't even on it. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all don't understand the difference between a hoe and a bitch and a woman. That's your problem. But that's the conversation for another day. So if you like this conversation, you want to hear and discover more music related hip hop commentary, definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please turn on my notifications because you never know when you go get a new video. But every week though, okay? Now, if you didn't know, my name is Sana. So if you don't know, now you know. Again, don't forget to turn on my notifications. Thank you.